All right, Tim, so here's the deal. So like you said, you want to kind of make notes. And like I said, starting out today, this is the first swing today. You're really extending your arms pretty doggone well, and this is what I saw the other day, pretty doggone well considering that you're kind of over the top. That's about as good as you can extend your arms. So you're doing a lot of good things there, and I like that finish with your hands high there. And the length of the swing wasn't too bad or anything. A little loose. But,
Now, when you say loose?
Loose with your wrist. When you go a little shorter, it gets your wrist firmed up, which is good, I'd say. Remember, instead of the old loose feel, where you're back farther, even loose wristed,
Okay,
and then even more.
and that's where the hands are coming apart off the club.
Yeah, right. And then here, and then this is the first swing again from down the line today. Like you said, you're kind of going underneath it there, and then you're above it here, so you have the bad loop occurring. That's why those arms don't look as good as they can. And here on the very first one, I said, hey man, go ahead and make that good loop, and I bet you'll be able to nail it on the very first one. And sure enough, you did, man, on the very first one, very first try. Right there. When you feel like it's the good loop, it actually is about straight back and straight through. Right there, beautifully. And then, as you start hitting balls, like we know, it's going to not be quite as good, but still, it was pretty close to being really good here on the very first one with the ball there, hitting a ball. Now, on the next one, it was pretty good. Now, this one was a little worse. Yeah, that was a little worse. That was the next one. That one actually got a little worse. And I think the next one was pretty good. No, I was still a little bit above it. And the next one was a good one. Yeah, that was a little closer. And then, that wasn't it. Here's the better one. Yeah. There we go. That was the better one. Where again, as you started now, you start to feel like, okay, yeah, my hips, I drop those hands and about the same time I drop those hands back here at the top, I kind of get my hips going toward the door over there. And then I said, here, I'd love to start letting you do this drill, where you have the simplicity of, this kind of a swing, right, where your back swing, down swing, and follow through, are all around that plane, where again, he's kind of going at about 90 degrees to his torso there. See that shaft? That simplicity, like we've talked about in the past. Turning through like a tetherball pole. Your torso is the tetherball pole, and you just turn through like that. Not a whole lot of moving things around. Yeah, so that wasn't quite as good, but you see that was a nice aggressive turn through, which is beautiful. But you just didn't quite get the hands and the club head back down where you wanted them for sure. But then here, they start looking nice. Yeah, not quite. Yeah, not quite. But this is where, again, right as you start this downswing, you feel like those hips kind of slide toward, there you go. Hips slide toward the open door to start. There you go, buddy. And then you hold that finish so you can keep reiterating to yourself that that's kind of a mirror image of that. And you just turn through. Hit the ball. That's a great drill right there.
That's the one I need to work on.
To practice about. And again, remember that little pause up there, where you feel like there's a little pause. You definitely see it with this guy right here, right? There's almost a little pause up there. Right? And he's going through that transition area up there. Right? He's up there, his kind of hands are doing nothing, and then his lower body kind of starts the action right there. And then the club head does its business, obviously, right through impact.
Yeah, he's moving quite a bit before the hands go anywhere.
Right. So that's a good way to remember it right there. your club head and hands kind of spend some time up there while he's doing the lower body stuff. All right?
Is there is it not, as far as going too slow, like if I'm just trying to ingrain that hips going, is that?
Well, that's smart.
Okay.
To do it kind of in slow motion. Yeah. All right, man. So that'll help us stop.
Hi, this is Joel. I'm here at Dr. Todd Elworth's office. He's one of the best chiropractors in the region. He's a TPI certified golf fitness professional, and I really want you to know about him because he can help you a lot with your golf fitness, just as he's helped my young student Taylor here in the last year or so.
How we met, Taylor came into my office with back pain. What we took him through is numerous screens to find out why he had the back pain. I don't only treat back pain, but my second goal is to find out exactly why he has this problem. So we analyzed him, we find out he has some certain weaknesses, we put him on some strengthening exercises, and he's doing very well.
He's done great. He's had very little back pain, and that's mainly because he injured himself working too hard at the golf course. So he's done his exercises, he's felt great. I'm very, very thankful that Todd's been able to help Taylor in this great way. And I want him to help you too if you have any questions at all about your golf fitness.
Thank you.
Thank you. This is Joel Suggs. I sure enjoyed meeting you down at the Cincinnati Golf Show this weekend and showing you your swing on the 2D equipment that I have. And so I want to take about 2 or 3 minutes to just show you around Meadowlinks. This is the studio I use in the winter for all my students. You see there's the down-the-line camera angle for our 2D equipment. And then we have the face-on camera angle also. And then what we also have here is 3D equipment to where I can show you your swing from 6 different camera angles with this 3D equipment. And we can get your swing from down to the 1/120th of a second in terms of exactly what your hips, shoulders, and hands are doing in the swing. And then also, I have the most realistic hitting curve I've ever seen from puttersedge.com. So when you hit your full shots, it feels as realistic as possible. And then I have 3 different green speeds for you to practice your putting. 9.5 on the step meter, 10.5 on the step meter, and 12.5 on the step meter. That's benefited my students tremendously. And then also I have a lot of learning aids like this Smart Stick. You can see the rest of those learning aids over here in my bag that we can work on to help you learn the certain fields in your golf swing that you and I both want. And then also I help my students a lot with their equipment through the winter. This is a frequency analyzer where we twang your club and it gives us a reading here. And then also we plot your whole set, each club on these lines to see if the set is really matched or not. Quite often they aren't, and it helps my students tremendously when they find out what clubs are the offending clubs. And then if we get tired of being indoors and we want to go outdoors and hit some, we can do that. It's my daughter. Ellie, good to see you. I haven't seen her in weeks. No wonder you've been gone, Ellie. You've been out here playing in the snow all this time. But this is our natural turf area. This is closed until April, as you can see. But it's a fantastic area where we can step outside and hit some balls and get some real ball flight. Or, if we get pretty satisfied and things are looking better on the video here, we're kind of cooped up inside and want to go outside, we can step on out and hit balls and see real ball flight for about 5 or 10 or 15 minutes, however long you and I can stand the cold, out into the air, and we see them land at these different flags. I have a yardage book for this driving range. It's the first one I've ever seen in my life where we know exactly what it is with the front, back, and middle of each green. And again, the covered area here is heated, so we stay out there for about 5, 10, 15 minutes, like I said. It enables us to see some ball flight, and then we get satisfied that things are looking the way we want, and we come back inside, take off our coat, and look again at the video equipment to see how your swing's looking, to make sure that you understand it. And then notice too, my exercise ball up top here, and then also, so I help my students a lot with their fitness through the winter, and then I will help you also with your sports psychology, with your golf psychology from the golfpsych.com people down in Texas. That's helped my students tremendously a lot over the years too. So again, I sure enjoyed meeting you down at the Cincinnati Golf Show this weekend. I look forward to seeing you again out here this summer at Meadowlinks, or even right now in the winter. I have a lot of people that work on their games with me right through the winter. Check out more information about the things I do to help you at joelsuggs.com. Take care.